Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Sales Leadership Power View. Many sales leaders, C-level leaders, VPs of sales, regional sales managers find themselves entering the fourth quarter of the year, oftentimes behind on their number. They're short of their bogey, they're below quota, and they're getting a little frantic, a little antsy as they come into the fourth quarter because they know there's a lot riding on their team hitting the number for the end of the year for lots of reasons, including job security. I was just watching a football game this past weekend. The Chicago Bears were behind to the Detroit Lions all the way through the game, and then at the very end of the game, they turned it around and won the game. Now, granted, the game is controversial. There was a touchdown turnaround for the Detroit Lions at the end of the game. Now, I'm a Bears fan. I watched it. And in fact, there was video replay, and I'm here to tell you, the Detroit player did not have control of the ball. It was a Bears victory. But that's irrelevant for the purposes of our conversation here. I'm here to talk about how can a sales leader, whether they're regional or national, turn things around at the end of the fourth quarter. I think there are three critical things, three critical strategies you've got to execute as you come into the fourth quarter to increase the likelihood you're going to meet or exceed your number. Number one, you got to make believers out of your team. If you're the national leader, you got to make people in the organization believe they've got a bona fide shot to exceed the number. If you're a regional guy, you got to talk with your people individually, get them feeling good about themselves, point out victories they've had in the past, talk about times when they've turned things around before, give them the, I have a dream speech, stay close to them, coach them. You've got to get people feeling good about themselves. This is no time to use the stick between motivation, the carrot and the stick. This is no time to beat people over the head so they feel bad about themselves going into the fourth quarter. If you got somebody on your team you're thinking about replacing, I say now's not the time to fire them. Now's the time to fire them up. And so you can always let them go after the first of the year if they're not your player, but you want to hit your year-end numbers. So again, strategy number one, make believers out of them. Strategy two, as you come into the fourth quarter, you've got to be more efficient in time management than ever before. You can't waste any of the selling days between now and the end of the year. There might be only 50 or 55 selling days. You've got to maximize those. How can you maximize them? Sit down with everybody in your sales organization and go through their sales funnel. Take a look at every opportunity in their pipeline. Grade the quality and quantity of activity in the pipeline so that you can prioritize how you're going to spend your time in the last quarter. Put special emphasis on converting business from your existing customers. It's 7 times as easy to get business from an existing customer than it is to close a new account. So pay close attention to pulling in business from your existing customers. Also, this is a time to send brief communiques, emails, faxes, etc. to stay in touch with your prospects and customers because you can't be there all the time. So again, strategy number one, get people to be believers. Strategy number two, be an expert at managing time effectively. And the last strategy, you want to coach your people relentlessly. This is the time to stick to your salespeople like glue. You want to co-travel with them as much as you can, everybody from the national sales manager all the way down to the regional. This is the time to get in the field. This is the time to co-travel with your people. This is the time to evaluate the opportunities that are in the pipeline, decide what corporate resources are needed to increase the likelihood you can get the business, help your salespeople close business if you can lend your credentials and authority in the organization to help. This is also a time, again, to continue to qualify opportunities in the pipeline and get rid of those that are marginal. Focus on the very best. This is also a time to prospect for high-level opportunities. The key is to stay close to your salespeople, coach them relentlessly, stick to them like glue, provide that support, make believers out of them, make sure they're managing their time effectively, and you increase the likelihood that you too can score big in the fourth quarter and end up with a W in the column instead of an L. Thank you very much for taking a few minutes to listen to me for another edition of Sales Leadership Power View. Log on to georgeludwig.com to learn more information. God bless you. Thank you very much. Great selling. Talk to you soon.